Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. Today is Black Wednesday, Ode to the National Parks. And so, yes, also if you are doing the layout for the backing of the Jolly Bar sampler, you can go and download that at the Fat Quarter Shop, the directions for that backing that I showed you last week. But I'm kind of done with that project. It's on my stack to go to the spa to get quilted, and so because I'm not piecing the backing like I showed you. I'm just using the full back. Okay, so Ode to the National Park. My design wall still has Christmas all year on it, and I need to piece all that before I use the design wall again. And that's not going to happen today because my schedule for the next week is really choppy. You have those weeks, days, whatever, months, years, whatever it works for you, where things are just, like I have to do this for a few hours. Somebody's coming into town and I don't know how long they'll be here for the day. So I've got visitors for the day. And then another friend came in from out of town, is coming in from out of town. I'm going to go meet her. And I've got the Benartex thing that went on. I have other projects that, yeah. It's just things are very, very choppy, and so I'm trying to kind of film around and through all of that and do it a bit early so that it wasn't affecting the week. So yeah. So I'm taping this on Saturday, and today's Wednesday. So I should have a picture on my website of all the blocks up on that wall, because I will get this sewn in between all of these kind of things going on. But it's when that happens. It's not my favorite thing. I worked like that for years and years. I worked in corporate like that as well. So yeah, last year, I've been really happy with it being a lot more boring. That's really what it says. It's boring. I've been boring. I just kind of, do my little thing, and I don't have to go here and go there too much. But when a lot of things come up at the same time, I'm not a fan of that anymore. And so anyway, I'm working around it. That's just where I am, and that's what I do here on YouTube. I basically am a regular quilter now, just like you, and I am trying to just show you what life is like when we are trying to make things in between everything else going on. So let me first just show you the block, and then we'll go to the other side, because I'll tell you in a sec. So here's the block. The block is Animal Tracks. That's what I named this one, Animal Tracks, because that's the fun thing. If you're going to go to the park, they generally have a lot of things about the different animals that live at the different parks, and you can kind of, search out the tracks, go animal tracks. What I wanted to do is for this quilt along is each week have something just a little bit different about what goes on at parks. And so it's a fun block. It's pretty easy. And here it is in repeat. So that looks really cool. Being all 12-inch blocks, they give you a lot of space to showcase your fabric. So that is really great. Now, what I have special for this week to talk about is panels, the national park panels. And I went and gathered all of them that I have. And I had way more than I knew. Plus, then in the description box here, in the pinned post, and at my website, I'm linking the places where there's still national park panels. The thing is, these are done by Riley Blake, and they're licensed to do that. And the stuff doesn't stay around forever. Sometimes they might keep a few of the national parks, but they did a lot of different things. You've seen the maps. You're going to see a couple really cool things with some of the park panels when we have the quilt parade here at the end. I have an awesome quilt parade from all of you, and you. So I was thinking I'd do the panels on this side because I can stand back from them a little bit better. Hold on. Oh, here we go. So I went and got this whole stack of stuff. And I'm like, what? The one that's just the state I did a while back, just kind of quilted that with a border from my niece, who's a national park ranger. But what do I have? I want to show you this first one because, you know, I said I went digging through a bunch of boxes, and this one I had forgotten about, but my mom found it somewhere. My mom is not a quilter. She doesn't make things. It's not her gig. But there, look at that. So this was a kit for Yellowstone. I don't even know where, oldamericanantiques.com is where this came from. But it was a long time ago, so I don't know. They did 4 different panels, I guess. You can see there. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Then there's these little ones, so you'll see people using these small, these are the right side up? Yeah, so these small ones in different ways. So you'll see that. Actually, a couple of those are in the parade today, so watch for that. Okay, then there was always the bigger panels, right? So I have this one, and this is pretty big. I'm like thinking my new thing might be to put some of these on the backs of quilts. You know, like I did the kitty one, but Acadia is, you know, isn't that cool? Beautiful sailboat. That would be just, you know what I love about these? The thing that I love most is the graphics. I love the graphics of these panels. That's this style of design is, I just love it. Okay. We got to get going here, Pat, because I still got to show you what I'm going to use for the blocks. Okay, what is this one? What is it? Zion. See, my niece worked at Zion, so I think I got this because I thought I'd do one for her eventually because she worked at that park. She has worked at a few parks. She's now at the Chincoteague. Okay, so hold on one sec. Let me open this other one. All right, so this is like, I bought like yardage, and these are slightly larger version of the smaller one I just showed you. So it's all of the different ones. And the other panel I showed you was like a smaller version of these kind of postcards. Yeah, see, I think I was showing to you upside down. Sorry about that. Here it is, right side up. Now, I don't know, I don't remember what is out there, but I've got a couple links for you where you can get some that are still available. All right, let me just pick the fabrics for the next, the 2 blocks. Hold on. Before I look at fabric, somebody wrote me and said that they were confused because I was showing blocks laid out horizontally as I was making them, but on the pattern they're shown vertically. Yes, they are. And I totally forgot because I generally do things horizontal. And so I think I did it originally because you can actually sew verticals easier, so that if you want to sew them up. But oftentimes I will save sewing something like this until I'm further in so that I can be sure I have color placement correct for the blocks, because I might shuffle them around. You can do however, you can put the blocks however you want. The blocks do not make another design. So there's no other alternate design that the block happens to build. So they can go in any position, and many, many people move them around. So there you go. That's what happened there. So because I don't have my wall right now, here is vertical placement. So you can see how they'll look. I'm gonna switch them around probably some. Yeah, just because I want to get a bit more peach in. So this week we're definitely going to put a bit more peach in the block, and I want one of those peach blocks over here. So I'll probably switch around. I probably won't actually do my layout until I have all 9 blocks. So let's look at the fabric for this one. Here's a great way to audition if you're going to just use 2 fabrics, you know, like I'm sort of indicating there. So take a strip, so you can mock up the squares, and then I'm going to do the half square triangle in this guy here, which is more the teal color version. There's a blue version. This is the teal version. Blue version is what I'm using in the sashings. And so this is what the block in Gratitude and Grace will look like. The shoreline blocks are a lot more controlled colorway. They're basically light and dark blues, with the little pops of the green that I put in. I don't have any sashing picked for them yet, and my goal is to do more of their background lights and not so much the background that I'm adding in. So let me show you what I'll do for the block number 6. Here's one option where I can use this window pane from the fabric line. And then I thought, well, I could switch it. I could do dark through here. And this I would cut so that they're directional. But this kind of lets you see the dark line. And then it would be like a medium for the points, you know, out here, which I kind of like. But what if I wanted to do this bigger print? I could probably still do the dark, but it's not. Let me see. What else do I have? Oh, I've got like the pin dot. I'm thinking instead of doing that, if I did this one, I would make the pin dot, the half square triangles. That's probably what I would do, like for this. So like really your feature would be this big print, and then maybe down the center would be this light. You know, so these would be the light, and then the dot would be the half square triangles, which I kind of like that one. I kind of like that punch, that big print, because I haven't done that yet. So I think I'm going to go this route. I cut pieces of fabric off to have a smaller one to work with, and so I'm looking for this in the stack. And would you believe I need one 5-inch square, and it is on the bottom. Actually, I'm going to take a bigger chunk and put it in the bin, but man, it's on the bottom, which means I have to shift all this out. Oh gosh. And just like that, 2 blocks are made. Actually, these are pretty quick. Here is Gratitude and Grace, where I did the plaid along there. So I'm very excited. I'll have one more of the blocks that'll have the orange in it, and then what I'll do is reposition them around so that they're all kind of around in different rows. I don't want them all in the same, you know, row or horizontal or vertical. And then the shoreline with the big print in the background. Because this line, if you remember, this line has a lot of white-based, you know, backgrounds. I'm trying to use more of those in the blocks than anything else. So I will save like the background fabric for the sashings and stuff. Okay, look at that. Now we're going to take a look at blocks by you and you and you. I adore Adriana's block with all of the green and the text print for the trunk. So cute, and the little green gingham. Just darling. Okay, what do we have next? We have Anne's, and look at the bark. She found fabric that looks like wood grain. Perfect. And you can see she balanced her colors of the leaves. So for those of you wondering how that would look, Anne did it for you. Annette is going to town. She has some of these great panels. Now, I didn't read what she was doing exactly, but it almost looks like she's collaging maybe the parks that she's been to around the middle map, because I don't think that it comes like that. So that is super cool. And then she's adding into each block some of the national park and nature type fabrics. Bertrand, he did this amazing block with a pink. Oh my goodness, I love it. Love it so much. Hope you show us more of your blocks. This is so good. Keep sharing. Carol's is purple background. Amazing. That it just sparkles. Now, luckily for us, she shared a picture of everybody together so you can see how they all look. Just so cool. Really love that. Dawn's using my fabric. Yay! And there's a lot of purple this week. So she's used purple there for the tree. Super cool. Debbie's space fabric. Now we've seen a few of hers, and they are just turning out super cute. I love when you use the novelty prints. It just makes me happy. Donna, look at the pink and brown. We were talking about pinks and browns in our morning chat the other day. Oh, looks so good. So it is a great combination. Of course, green leaves. She's got some green leaves in there. Jane's Christmas tree with the candy canes. Oh, love it so much. Now, Carla is also working on a Christmas theme, so we've been seeing hers, my friend Carla, and I'm adoring them, Carla. Look at the big polka dots for her tree. Oh my goodness. See, the more you look at blocks, you see things. Here is our ambassador, Kendall. Well, my friend Kendall, who is also helps me out as an ambassador. They're all my friends. But Kendall also has a YouTube channel where he is sewing his blocks, and he is doing 2 versions because he is also a massive overachiever. You all know. You all know. And my friend Laura, who's also an ambassador, look at her super cute fabric. I cannot stand it, Laura. That is so darling. Laura is our donut dealer on the morning chat. So you know half pint. And my friend Lylene, who also helps. And beautiful soft block Lylene. I love it. So pretty. I recognize that yellow fabric. I think I had that from that line. You recognize fabric, don't you guys, as you're looking? Here's Mary's. Now, Mary used one of the National Park squares. She did it for the center block, and then she, filled it out on the side, so made it the right size, just with a little extra fabric, which is so perfect. And for those of you wondering about filling in, so the tree didn't have like the background showing, there'd be no background through the tree. This is what it looks like. Mary did it for you, so you can see. My friend Melissa, who is also helps as as ambassador, and she is just going to town. She's got this gorgeous chocolate brown that she is going to be using for her sashing, and it's just pulling all of those colors together. This is a different Melissa, and she has just done the pinks in the leaves. I love that. And that celery green. That's one of my favorite green colors. And then look at her stand. Fancy. That looks like a wrought iron, probably a cookbook stand. Perfect. It's so pretty. Mildred put a beautiful deer print in the center. That is awesome. It really, really is fun to make it personal and add in things that you enjoy looking at. Okay, here's Pamela's first block, and she is also using my fabric line. Look how pretty that is. And I love that she put that orange square, and I'm going to show you why that's so effective when we look at all of her blocks. Look at that. So she has the sashing. She's going super light so that the blocks float. And she just has that square, and then she repeated the kind of the gold orange color for her tree. Love the repeats. They are so effective. All right, Patsy, I've got 2 from Patsy because I wanted you to see all of hers together. Here, she also used 2 fabrics for her tree. So for those of you, who want to see how that looks. But then in her corners, she kept the light. So she did a little different effect. But her light is also not dense. It's just got that white background with the print on it. And then it's such an effective stripe. Look how she fussy cut that tree. That tree stripe. Oh my goodness. And it is trees. Oh my goodness. Now here are all her blocks together. This is awesome. I just love these fabrics. This is just so much fun to see everything. Peggy's, I wanted to show you hers all together because she has this leaf fabric with the little chickadees. Can you see it? And then she's putting some of that in every block, and she has got like a flaming fall tree with a chickadee in the square, sitting in the tree. Isn't that just too adorable? So adorable. Sandy's gorgeous, gorgeous. She's got teal in her leaves. I love that addition of teal. It is kind of woven in her trunk a little bit, so she pulled the teal from there, and it's just perfect. Works perfect. Sharon's so pretty. Look at this. So she did kind of like, almost looks like water, like the tree is on the edge of the water, and she's got the blue sky. Just lovely. That's so gorgeous. Stephanie, she's all her blocks together with nature fabric. So she has a ton of nature fabrics in here, and that blue works so well with all of these. And now look at that plaid on the first block. Love it. Okay, Terry's. The red, she's got like red leaves. Again, like that's kind of the fall color, right? It works so well. She's got some stripes in there too. Vicky's pretty block with her camping, no, it says Olympia. I'm trying to read this out. Okay, North Cascades National Park. So it's some park fabrics. That's super cool. And then she tossed in some orange and yellow and red with the green leaves, so the trees are turning. Okay, the next grouping are ones that are kind of like bonus here. I have to show you. Anne and Jeff sent me this picture of the quilt they are making with block 1. Isn't that stunning? I believe that's Tilda fabric, and the white box-like part of the block is just perfect with this. Look how gorgeous. Deborah took block 1 and made a pillow. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And her little pumpkin there. Oh, look at the pillow. It just goes with it. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. And then totally different project. Jan just shared that she finished her What's in Your Closet, our quilt along. And it's done in these batiks that she said she fell in love with. Just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And all on that black, which just makes it pop. It's stunning. And I had to show you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your quilts. So much fun to see your blocks. Just so much fun. Now, you are going to tell me, when you do your block, tell me if you ever saw animal tracks and what animals were they? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have some fun if you're doing more than one. And I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.